no, 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 no! Oh, that's got all my stink of the day in it. That's nasty.
You know what? No matter how many times I see that joke, it will always make me laugh. It's that good.
You guys, Creed, give me the ball right now. Give it to me. Ryan.
I think it's safe to say that everyone has that one TV show. Despite it being good or bad, it brings us comfort, it brings us joy, and makes us feel at home and makes us feel safe. It could be a variety of shows, from The Office, Saturday Night Live, Orange is the New Black, or even NCIS if you're into that sort of thing. But for me, strangely enough, my big comfort show is Family Guy.
About friends.
All right, Joe. Way to earn that pocket space.
It's about life.
We have a gang shooting on 3rd and Main, 3 wounded, 1 dead. Is it me or...
Now I want to clarify first off, I don't think it's the smartest written show out there, or even the funniest show out there. Hell, shows like Rick and Morty, BoJack, even South Park can probably fill that void a lot better than Family Guy. But for me, I don't know. It's weird, because I've always had this strange connection to this show ever since I started watching in 2012. It keeps making me come back. I enjoy the characters, even though their motives might not be always the best. The show makes me laugh. I really enjoy watching the show, and it's just, I can have it on in the background, I can have it on all the time. I'll really always enjoy it. So, it's a really difficult question to answer, but I can try to explain why I like this show and why I think it holds a special place in my heart in this upcoming video.
And we're celebrating your sweet ass with 6 hours of a little show called Family Guy. Maybe you've heard of it. So remember...
Now, I think I should probably at least explain how I got into the show, so we can better understand where my love for it comes from. Now, quick thing, I was born in 2000, so I didn't start actively watching the show until around its 9th or 10th season, and by that point, Family Guy was already on air for at least 10 solid years, with newer episodes airing on Fox, and older ones being pushed primarily to Adult Swim, and that's where I found it. Basically, I would do what any kid would do in the mid to late 2000s to watch adult shows: stay up late, without anyone noticing, and watch them and have fun. Whether it be on Adult Swim, Teletoon at night, I would find a way to watch these shows without getting detected, because you wanted to feel like you were an adult. You wanted to feel like you were in with the crowd, and by that point, Family Guy was more popular or on par with The Simpsons in terms of viewer base. So you really wanted to be in with the know. And once I saw it, it immediately left an impact on me, because I'd never seen a show that spewed jokes and used humor in such an interesting way before, with all these, adult themes, these mature subjects, these sexual innuendos. Like, it was just crazy. And the way the characters interacted, I thought was pretty funny. And the cutaways, I gotta tell you, the cutaways, like most kids, I thought were the best parts. Even if they were random off-humor jokes, I still thought they were very, very funny. They were my favorite part. But again, these were just random episodes on TV. I didn't have any knowledge of pre-existing continuity or story or character moments or anything. I just thought it was a funny show that would do funny things. And that's really how it went for a few years, until I got a Nintendo Wii. I know that sounds strange, but stay with me here for a second.
We would like to play.
It wasn't until 2009 when I finally got a Nintendo Wii for Christmas. And this was by far my childhood console. I mean, Mario Galaxy, Smash Brothers, Donkey Kong, Kirby's Epic Yarn, Mario Kart. These were the games that defined my childhood. And not only that, but it also had access to multiple channels that you could use to interact. Now, of course, the Wii, if you guys know, had different channels like the Me channel, the Weather channel, the Photo channel, but as they went on, they would start adding more commercially sold channels to use, most notably YouTube, the Internet channel, and of course, Netflix. Now, Netflix is a really big deal for me and my family, specifically because we'd never had any streaming service before, and mainly because this was the first time that Netflix was going really public, because beforehand, they were more so a video rental service where you would mail in a DVD and then mail it back to you. So having these shows and movies instantaneously on this platform was really, really cool, and it was amazing, and we still use it to this day. It gets even better than that, because a few weeks after we got Netflix and the Wii, we got the first 8 seasons of Family Guy in their entirety available on Netflix. Now, this was a big deal for me specifically because I'd never seen any of the older episodes in their entirety, so having all these 8 seasons was really, really, really fun and really awesome to watch. I could finally go ahead and watch the older chicken battles. I could go ahead and see one of the older jokes, like the Cleveland falling bath jokes. You know, I could see some classic cutaways, classic songs, all these classic memories that I never got to have as a child. I can finally experience them now in their entirety the way they were intended. And I really do love these episodes. Like, I consider seasons 2 to 8 to be like golden era Family Guy. I know some people might argue and say it's actually only seasons 1 to 3 or seasons 1 to 4, but I personally love seasons 2 to 8 with all my heart. They're really, really good episodes. Even if you look back on some of the crappier ones, they are some really genuine good episodes. Like the Brian and Stewie Adventure episodes are some of the best you will ever see. The cameos from actors, the jokes, it is classic Family Guy that, come on, you can't hate this. It's so good. So basically, I'd have Family Guy on Netflix for the next few years, and they would keep adding them as would go on. So after a year, they would add season 9, then 10, and then 11, then 12, blah, 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 so on and so forth. And by the time I got to late high school, they had at least seasons 15 to 16 in their entirety. All 16 seasons at a time were on Netflix to watch. And I'm not ashamed to say, I've seen all of those episodes at least 7 or 8 times. I mean, yes, I know the plot. I know what's going to happen, but just seeing these jokes, it's just a fun thing for me to do. It's so cool. And I'm not ashamed to say either that I've seen the entire show multiple times. Even as the show continues to evolve and produce new episodes, I still go back and watch all of them one after another because it's my comfort show. I love this show so much. And yeah, it does actually include the more current seasons, like season 12 onward. And I know people might say that these episodes are shit, they're garbage, and it's not funny. I can see that. I can tell that these aren't really the best written or funniest episodes. I mean, some of the jokes can be downright dark and devastating for what's going on in the episodes. But it's not like a situation where I only go back and watch the older ones. I will go ahead and watch some of the newer episodes. Some of my favorites are some newer episodes, and I could go ahead and put any season on repeat and watch them in the background and still have a good time, with occasionally skipping an episode or two. But for the most part, I just let the season play out because a lot of the episodes are genuinely really funny stuff. Like, the amount of really funny joke compilations you'll see on YouTube or anywhere else are mostly from later seasons, which I dub the HD seasons because that's when they went from full screen to widescreen. But, you know, they're great, and I could watch this in the background and just have a really good time, and that's the power of the show. I connect with these characters. Now, again, I can't relate to some of the things that happen in the show, like I don't have a talking dog or a super genius baby brother. The show and its characters exist to serve one purpose: to make us laugh. And personally, I think it does that job really, really well. Now, every episode could be a swing and a miss. I mean, if you want to count by most people, the last 5 or 6 years have been really, really bad. And mostly it's been misses. But me, personally, like I said, I think some of the more modern episodes have been really, really good. They're really enjoyable. Now, again, yes, it might be darker, but the animation is slicker. The music in the show is fantastic. They use orchestras for every episode, and it really, really shows. I think the personalities of the characters are very, very fleshed out. Even though some of them might be a bit more flanderized, like Peter is more of a dumbass than he was in season 3 or 4, they still have established characters. I mean, I would say that the most developed characters would be Brian and Stewie. Mostly Stewie, but still, Brian and Stewie's dynamic is one that Seth MacFarlane never intended to have in the show at all. Mostly Brian would be Peter's best friend, and Stewie would just be his own little thing, doing his own little world. So, because he put these two characters together in season 1, he created a dynamic that wasn't supposed to exist, but it ended up being most people's favorite aspect of the show. It's mine, really, in reality. And they've added so much cool stuff in the later seasons, like they made Chris a part of the Stewie-Brian dynamic sometimes, where Chris can actually understand what Stewie is saying. They made Meg, I mean, she's still a punching bag, but she takes less crap from people, and she ends up being some kinds of a devious monster. I don't know why, but that's what I've noticed, where she's become a bit more evil in what she does, and she doesn't take crap from Peter as much anymore. I mean, heck, some of the bullying that Peter would give to Meg is more reduced than in earlier seasons. But again, there's some characters that, you know, have gone down dramatically. Like I like Joe Swanson as a character, but I think all he's been down to now is paraplegic jokes and like half-man jokes. I remember a time when Joe as a character was shown more as a hero cop. You know, they respected him, but now you just see Bonnie doesn't like being married to him. His son Kevin is just a destroyed war vet. They have Susie, who's just a baby who doesn't do anything. And Joe is reduced down to being the punchline of all the jokes, and people don't really respect them as much, which is really stupid coming from a character that started out being so strong and so awesome. Now, granted, it has nothing to do with Patrick Warburton. I love Patrick Warburton as a voice actor. He's great, he's awesome. But it's more of an idea of the writers just thought that this would be funnier, but in reality, making Joe a punching bag isn't really the best. And same goes for Quagmire. Now listen, I love the things that they made Quagmire, like how they made him a pilot and all that, but they basically made him a rapist. Honestly, let's not deny it. Quagmire is basically a rapist in the later episodes, and it's not really fun to watch. Like, there's an episode where it's a long story, but basically Quagmire ends up sleeping with an underage girl, and no, that's the plot of the episode. But like, he does get repercussions for that. But most of the time, oh, he just has mass sex with anyone. It's sometimes it's not that fun to watch. Although on the opposite end, Cleveland, top-notch character. I love Cleveland so much. He speaks his mind at just the right time, and he doesn't overstay his welcome. I love him. He's great. I'm glad they added him back in the show. Cleveland is one of the best characters in this show. But I digress. You know, the show itself has gone through its ups and downs, and like I've explained here with these characters, but I still really enjoy, you know, some aspects. Like, Stewie's inventions are amazing to see. I love how, you know, they do these different things, these different time travel episodes. I love when they bring back old characters like Morton Seamus. You know, I love seeing when they bring back Carter Peterschmidt, which is just one of the best characters in the world. Seth MacFarlane, for as much crap as some people might give him for having a massive ego, this guy knows how to make shows, and he knows how to sing, and that's something you can't take away from him. This guy has produced so many shows, some movies, some albums. This guy hosted the Oscars, and not many people can go ahead and say they've hosted the Oscars, so Seth MacFarlane has done a lot, and this guy is great. He's fantastic.
Yeah, that guy's scary as an Iraq lobster.
So in conclusion, really what I can say is that Family Guy is a show that, even if it gets worse or if it gets better, it's a show that I will still hold a special place in my heart for. Like, it's something I can come back to on a rainy day, on a sad day. It will make me laugh no matter what. And I might be in the minority on this, but it's one of the best television adult comedies out there. I know it's a really weird opinion to say, but it's one of my personal favorites and probably one of the best out there. So, thank you all for watching this video, and I'm glad you all stuck around until the end to hear my opinions on the show. So thank you again, and I will see you guys next time for another animation video. Hello everyone, and thank you for watching till the end of the video. I had a lot of fun making it, as I hope you had a lot of fun watching it. This was my very first actual video essay, and I want to make more of these in the future on other shows, movies, or animes, whatever we want to go ahead and cover. And I want your guys' opinion on it as well. I want to make these videos bigger and better. So if you have any tips on how to make the videos better, or any shows you want me to cover, you can always go down in the comments, or you can also go ahead and tweet me on Twitter. I'm always there at @the_KZ. I'm always there. But again, thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll see you guys next time.